Thank you.
The next call is a split call. Barry Coates, 5 minutes.
Tēnā koe te mangai, ngā mihi nui kia koutou. I rise to address this bill. This is about the supplementary estimates for the current budget. Since it's about the budget, this is about confidence in the current government. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to go back to the speech from Bill English when he was Minister of Finance to look at what the government's priorities were for this budget that we're commenting on, and to look at the degree to which the government has met those and what these revised estimates are therefore about. So the Finance Minister at that stage said that there were 4 priorities, and I'll run through those. The first was a growing economy. But you know, if you look at the economic growth figures in GDP, gross domestic product, per capita, they have fallen for the last 2 quarters. We are in a technical recession. That cannot be called a growing economy. And even that level of growth is only there because it's been propped up by housing speculation that's seen housing prices rise again by 6.7% over the past year. By foreign students debacle, where foreign students were brought into New Zealand under false pretences and under fraud, and then the foreign students were victimised and blamed for the fraud. And we've seen massive tax breaks for foreign investors. We've seen multinational companies not paying their fair share of taxes and all sorts of tax breaks for wealthy individuals. As a result of this economic mismanagement, New Zealand is slipping down again the OECD's ladder on productivity, which is the real measure of our productive economy. What we've seen is that the economy is not growing, and even that anemic non-growth is founded on unsustainable foundations. So, second priority was fixing the infrastructure. And what we've seen on that is we've seen a continued obsession by the government on roads, even when the benefit-cost ratios have been very low. So, for example, in Auckland, we've seen further government opposition to the Central Rail Link and a delay in finding the mechanism where Aucklanders can at last escape the congestion that sees them spending more time in their cars than they do on vacation. That's the kind of underinvestment over 9 years of this government that has led our infrastructure to be horribly underinvested. And we see it in the regions, where regions are struggling with growing numbers of tourism, but without the money to be able to invest in tourism infrastructure. And where we've seen the government putting money is into prisons. And what an indictment of government policy that is, that more and more prisons are required for their government failure. We've seen an obsession, a third priority from the Finance Minister on social investment. And the social investment package was so badly managed that, in fact, the community-based organisations and NGOs were being asked to divulge confidential information about their clients at the stage that government departments were still sending out that confidential information to other people without proper controls. And finally, the fourth area of priority was investment in health. And as we've seen, there is underinvestment of health under this government, totalling about $500 million a year, according to Infometrics. We've seen a gross neglect of mental health, so that teen suicide rates in New Zealand are amongst the highest in the world. And we've seen neglect and underfunding of aged care that leaves our older people with no proper care facilities. This is a situation where the government does not have the numbers. They should not be allowing Todd Barclay to vote in Parliament. They don't have the numbers, they don't have the mandate, they don't have the confidence of New Zealand people. We are proud of our America's Cup team, we're proud of our All Blacks, we're proud of our Black Ferns, but we're not proud of our government. It's time they left and there was a change of government. Thank you.
Speaker.
I call Michael Wood, 5 minutes.
Mr Speaker, can I start by acknowledging our friends from the Lions Tour in the gallery. It was good to see you friends on Saturday night at Eden.